the magazine was recreated for every issue. The concept was thought originally coming from Mike Marie, from Marie and Marie in Cologne, and they created the whole typography, the whole language of the pictures. Everything was created for every issue. I've brought some, I can show you afterwards if you want to have a deeper view on them. The only thing that remained was the structure of the magazine. It was always the content for sure, then it was cityscapes, then it was voice of the city, it was talents. But you see, here it's color, sometimes we've had even colored paper. This is the street people section, this is the music section, portraits. So they have been very different for every issue. There is only some very small things. Jeremy is a specialist, but he will see it's only here that you find mini international and all this, but all the other things is different from every issue. And so were the texts, because writing was very different in all these cities. If you use a correspondent or an international journalist, you will always get the same style. What we had were local writers, and local writers have their own thinking. It's a very big difference if you go to Kiev and you have a Ukrainian writer writing in Ukrainian or Russian and translate it, then it's much different, a big difference to Seoul, for example. Koreans are really thinking different, they are writing different. You get something very different from a Kiev issue. If you go to Casablanca, people are thinking in Arabic, writing in French. If you translate it, it sounds, in French it sounds great. If you translate it, there's nothing left. It's just a pretty pink cloud in the sky, but there's no content. So that's, if you go to Tokyo or go to Brooklyn, it's much more precise. And we wanted to have this style for every issue, and that was making people curious. I'll show you some more things here. What we were doing is we were not going to the main cities. We're not doing Paris or London or something like this, but we were always going to cities that people, at least in Europe, it was a problem in the US because they don't accept any city that's out of the US territory. They don't even know that there are other cities. No, they were refusing to take the magazine. This was one of the reasons why we had to change it in the end. We were going to cities like Reykjavik, like Beirut, like Casablanca, like Antwerp, this was the very first one. We were going to cities like Buenos Aires, Auckland, so really strange but up-and-coming cities, promising cities. And we were never talking about the car. The car is not mentioned in the 53 pages in front of the magazine. You have some little things in the art. Oops. In the art section there is, oops. Here, there you have the car. And you have it in the end of the text. There's a small little, we call it stopper, we can't see it here. That's just the outline of the car. But that's everything. We were never mentioning the word mini. And the only thing where the car was mentioned is the 15 pages in the end, which was the product part, catalog-like. And this was the only part where the mini people ever invented. That's the only part where they said, okay, we want to have this. It always starts with the so-called mini insert, extra cover inside, a keychain with some more or less funny item. And then it was close to the CI, but not the real CI, a car part.